Auto. Hello, welcome. Today we return to Ace Attorney. So, let's see, where we last left off was, oh, right. So we met this guy named Carmelo Gusto, who, like, has this, like, very Asian motif, right? And he's, like, really bad at designing candy. And then he talks about his rival, who's, like, very evil. This evil woman named Delicious Scones. Oh, that's a name you want to run away from, isn't it? Oh, man. Delicious Scones. Oh, God. Oh, God. Anyways, yeah. So that's where we left off. And now we're about to meet this scary lady. Who could be so scary that it makes this, like, scary-ass, big, buff-looking chef dude cower in fear? Well, we're about to find out. Oh wait, let me adjust something real quick. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Let's get started. Oh, come on. What's going on here? Oh. Whoa! A candy castle! And look, there even so little else to go with it. Rooms laid out. Pretty much the same as Tangaroa's. It's not as cold though, that's something. Let's see. Oh wait, how does it... What was the voice I gave for him again? I was trying to sound like Jonathan Banks, right? Mike Ehrmantraut. How does he sound? Walter. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, looks like there's a temperature control panel near too. Over there where that orange light is? Right? We'd better take a closer look at it when we can. It's like a fairy tale storybook in here. And this whipped cream covered construction must be the work of Miss Delicious Scone. Where is Miss Scone? Me? Why, I'm just over here, dearie. Oh God, so scary. Oh my God, look at her. Oh, that's not scary at all. What the fuck? Oh, just look at you lovely boys. Delicious Scone at your service. Some cheeky blighters back in Blighty even call me Miss Delicious. Called a lovely boy at 34. Unexpected, to say the least. Lovely boys? Really? Even Mr. E? Oh, yes, dear. You, the detective over there. You are lovely boys to me. I'm nobody's lovely boy, lady. Name's bad. I wonder just how old she is. Finish this up so we can get out of here, Mr. Attorney. Yes, all right. Oh, shit! What is the meaning of this? Chit-chatting with the defense? Oh, shit! Oh, what was he doing in that castle? The fuck? Mr. Edgeworth, some scary guy just dropped out of the castle. Von Karma. What? He's Manfred von Karma? Yeah, sorry, mannequins. Notorious prosecutor von Karma himself. It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. von Karma. Gregory Edgeworth, attorney at law. I couldn't care less what your name is. Your job is to lose to me and disappear, never to show your sniveling face again. What a thoroughly rude individual. Those piercing eyes, that furrowed brow. You're even scarier than they say. Oh, God. And you might want to keep such rude thoughts to yourself, Eddie. Eddie? Eddie? We were hoping you might permit us to carry out some brief inquiries, Mr. Von Karma. Ha! And why would I wish to extend you any such courtesy? This clearly isn't going to be easy. So long as your inquiries are limited to this room, I suppose I'll allow it. Why the sudden change of heart? You, the tall fellow. Name's Bad. Is that so hard to remember? Huh! I didn't ask for your opinion. The thoughts of a lowly detective do not concern me. But I do admire your spirit. Bad. See to it that these worms don't step out of line. Why do I have to? I'm not offering you a choice, detective. I need to go and look over Gusto's room. Good day. And don't ask me how long I waited in that castle. Great. More babysitting. Why aren't Detective Bad and Mr. Von Karma investigating together? They don't seem to know each other well enough for there to be bad blood between them.
Well, it looks like we have permission to investigate. Guess we better get to it.
Indeed. I'm not sure I trust Mr. Von Karma's motives, but at least we can do that much. Hold up. I haven't been over this room yet either. You're not messing it up. Before I get my chance. You have to wait till I'm done.
Huh? But I thought you were the lead detective. How come you didn't take a look at this room yet?
Because I wasn't the first one they assigned. One of Von Karma's pets was on the job before me. Right up until just now, in fact. I got here not long before you did. That answers my question as to why they're working separately, I suppose. Separately, I suppose. Sorry, gotta be precise with my British pronunciations. What say we look over the room together, Detective? It worked out well enough before. Then you won't have to worry about us, messing things up. You can keep an eye on us as we go. What kind of screwball attorney asks to have a detective breathing down his neck? Guess I'm stuck with you for a little while longer.
Yes, you're amazing, Mystery!
You have our thanks, Detective Bad. Don't be too grateful. This is my scene. The second you get in my way, you're out of here. Of course, we understand. Now, shall we begin? This is where we speedrun the investigation mode, because we've already done this before. Story mode, let's go. There's a small door in the wall here, just like Mr. Tangaroa's room. Yeah, I'll open it.
Temperature 68 degrees, light set of green.
Didn't Gusto say cream needs to be kept at 50 degrees? Temperature in here is too high. That is odd. I wonder why. It's an incredible piece of work. Hard to believe this whole castle is made out of sugar and cream.
I know, right? It's like we're in a magical medieval story or something.
I didn't know you were so into fantastical things.
Sorry, Mr. Edgeworth. Didn't mean to get so carried away there.
Oh, no need to apologize. I admire your enthusiasm. I sometimes wish my own son was as animated as you.
You have a son, Mystery?
I do. He's still in elementary school, and yet he'd rather read a statute book than a fairy tale. I can't help but worry that his interest will make it hard for him to make friends.
Don't say that. He sounds super interesting. He'll make a ton of friends. Me included, I'm sure.
I'll let you think you'd be more of a big brother to him than a friend, Daddy.
A big brother, huh? I like the taste of that. Yeah. Time to lock in.
Indeed. Then with that in mind, shall we continue our investigation? Gregory Edgeworth is so tough. Indeed he is, Lewis. Indeed he is. Huh, these pillars, they have hexagonal indentations. Looks like something's supposed to go in there. Well, whatever they were, they're long gone.
Hexagonal indentations, huh? I wonder.
Castle's covered in whipped cream, so maybe a giant strawberry.
A giant strawberry with a hexagonal bottom?
Look, I like strawberries, okay? Can't blame a guy for wishing.
I prefer bananas myself.
Blueberries for me. The doors of the castle have been left wide open.
Yeah, wasn't a guy born in a barn? He could at least close the door.
I'd like to see you say that to Mr. Von Karma's face, Eddie.
Oh, there's a bunch of stuff inside. Let's see.
Oh, the kid. If anybody's gonna be handling evidence, it'll be me. I need to make it more gravely. Walter, cream's going already. It's all over the detective's shoes. Why are all these items being stored inside a candy castle? Alright, tell me what you want me to look at first. There's a bunch of blue cloths back there. 1, 2, 3, 4 rolls altogether. Well, they certainly aren't made of candy. No idea what this stuff is for. Almost looks like somebody hid it in here. And I think I've seen fabric of the same color somewhere else before. 2 big rock crystals. Looks like somebody was using the castle as storage.
Kinda expected something a little more exciting behind those doors. Oh, I don't know, maybe they're giant uncut gemstones. And maybe this whole thing is based on a story about a castle with the princess.
I think I'd treat my priceless treasures with a little more care. There's something on the bottom of them. Looks like a little stand or something.
Oh, that's right, they are gemstones. They're sesame so they can...
Well, whatever they are, it seems they're not just a large set of paperweights.
Why'd you cut me off?
I'm sorry, Eddie. I'm just very focused right now.
What's the matter, Miss Gone? You seem a whole lot less cheerful than when you were a minute ago.
Is it Mr. Von Karma? Did something happen between you two?
Why, yes, nothing happened at all. But you just said yes. Hey, gee, that was a hello yes, you silly boy. Aren't you just as sweet as little sugar dumpling? Remind me, what was your name again? Oh, Eddie. Eddie Lumpkin. Oh, you go far, dearie, I can tell.
Eddie Lumpkin? It seems our English gentlewoman has taken a liking to you, Eddie. No small accomplishment. English! Okay,
it's not exactly what a picture of the gentleman.
Never mind that now. We should ask a few questions while we can.
So she's, British, huh?
Could you tell us about what you did over the course of the contest?
Of course, dearie. Let's see. It all started at about 10 in the morning. That's when we set to work. And, well, I spent most of the time here in my room getting everything ready, as you'd expect. Oh, and then there was a lovely afternoon tea for an hour or so from, around 1, I think.
Afternoon tea? It's an English tradition. A chance to drink tea, enjoy a snack, and make small talk.
So kind of like recess.
I suppose you could say that.
Oh, you really know your onions, don't you, Greggy Pegleg? Such a clever boy.
When did I become Pegleg? What was this afternoon tea served?
Pegleg? Out in the garden, of course. Oh, sorry. There's a lovely little one just outside. They do it at the same hour every break time during the contest. Lay on a nice little spread, you know. But today, only me, Samson, Silly Pants, and Moody Judy was there for it. Sammy Poopy, what the fuck? The poor Chili Wings and Gusty Pants had to miss out because they hadn't finished yet. Bless them.
You're saying everybody except Mr. Frost and Mr. Gusto was present.
That's right, dear. So to tell you the truth, I hadn't finished yet either. But I wasn't about to miss out on tea and cake served by our 2 TV superstars. I went right back to work when it finished, though. Toodle-all, for the others were still nattering away.
At any point during the contest, did you visit any of the other competitors' rooms?
What? No, dear, don't be silly.
That's strange, because your fingerprints were found in Mr. Tagaroa's room.
Go right ahead.
Wait, so you admit you were there?
Oh, well, I can hardly deny it now, can I? But I didn't kill anybody, I swear. I suppose I better tell you what really happened. Just promise you believe me, won't you, dear?
What exactly were you doing in Mr. Tangaroa's room?
Well, I suppose you call it research.
Research?
Sammy Bubble's a dab hand when it comes to the old sweet making. Everybody knows that. So when I noticed there was no one in there, I just popped in for a quick bit of research, like I say.
What kind of research leaves fingerprints?
Yes, that's right. Well, it stands to reason I'd leave fingerprints, doesn't it? After all, it's hardly research if you don't have a little nibble now, is it?
What? You ate little pieces of them? So, traces of tampering in Mr. Tangaroa's room. That was all you.
I'm ever so sorry, sweeties. I didn't mean to make such a mess. I just had to take a little bite here and there, didn't I?
I keep forgetting she has a British accent because she's English.
I didn't want poor Sammy Purple getting upset, so it was just the teeniest bits and pieces.
Understand holding up the ship. You took a bite out of that too, I suppose.
Oh, yes, dear, of course I did.
It was you. You brought the whole thing crashing down.
Hey, come so sour, my lovely. Truly I am.
Hold on, is that why you left the afternoon tea early? You had enough for a second helping the sweets?
Look, just please believe me. I never killed anybody, I promise.
Her actions were certainly suspicious, but that's about all we can say for now. Let me think. Logic time. Ew. The rock crystal stands in the pillars in the front of the castle feature the same hexagonal shape. I believe the crystals are meant to be placed on top of the pillars.
Oh yeah, hexagon to hexagon. Makes perfect sense.
But if that's the case, then why were they being hidden inside the castle? The rolls of blue cloth and the rock crystals inside the castle. I imagine both must belong to Miss Gone. Miss Gone! What were you using the items inside the castle for?
Oh, those? Sorry, Lambkin, but I'm not allowed to say.
Let me guess. Von Karma.
Egg! How did you know? Please don't ask me to tell you. You'll have my guts for garters.
It seems the prosecution really has no intention of sharing anything with the defense.
Man, then we were onto something with those giant rock crystals, man. What's that, dearie? You're interested in my little trinkets?
Your trinkets?
Yes, my sweet. I use them to make people all lovely and...
You use rock crystals and claws to do that.
I do. It's wonderful. You should see it. And they're not just any old rock crystals either. They're great big lumps of salt with light inside them.
Wow, those things are lamps?
Dee! Oh, that's not even half of it. Those claws even know who are a more exciting secret.
She really opened up the moment we started talking about her trinkets.
Since you're here, why don't I give you lovely boys a taste of my relaxation magic, Oh, Buddy Bumpkin, can you get it all out?
The name is bad.
Is that a no? Why are you being so selfish, Buddy Bumpkin?
You, have you finished taking photos of this room yet?
Yes, sir, we have, sir.
Then help Miss Gone here with something, will ya?
Yes, sir, right away, sir. Tee! Oh, you're sweet at heart, aren't you, Buddy B? That's amazing, Miss Gone. You got him to do exactly what you wanted. That's some talent. Thank you ever so much, Buddykins, and you, Officer Lovely. She's been giving nicknames to the forensic guys now.
I guess it's a way of showing that she cares. So, what about this is supposed to be? Relaxing, exactly.
Oh, don't be a big sourpuss, Buddy B. The fun's only just beginning. Officer Lovely, you can switch it on for now.
Yes, ma'am. Whoa! Glows! Huh.
Wow, it's beautiful!
It is. I wish my son were here to see it.
Isn't it though? Isn't it just wonderful? The 4 adorable elves and the sweetest little castle made of sweets. And I thought it would be extra lovely if it was all lit up. Isn't it the nicest thing you've ever seen?
Well, the elves must be feeling a bit left out.
This was how I was supposed to look for the contest. But I'm glad you lovely boys got to see it at least.
Wait, shouldn't the lamps be lit up too?
Oh, what's happened there, I wonder?
I think we better take a look at the lamps and the elves one more time. The whipped cream of this room is collapsing because the temperature is too high. It's 68 degrees. My messed up shoes can vouch for that. And yet, when you open the doors to the castle, the handles themselves were just fine. Yeah, they were sturdier than expected. Sturdy? That's not the way I would describe most things made of confectionaries. I think we'd better take another look at those handles, don't you? What the? I think it's safe to say those handles aren't made of candy. It's not just the handles. The whole castle, the little elves. They're just plastic models with whipped cream smeared on top.
What? So none of this confectionery art after all?
No, it's simply made to look like candy, the cream having been added to lend it all an air of authenticity.
She's a fraud!
This elf doesn't have an illuminated cloth over it like the others. Over it.
Let's go. I didn't want to do the idea, but one of my claws and one of my little machines went missing.
A cloth and what sort of machine exactly?
Oh, you'll never guess how it all works. Those luminous claws are connected to these little thingamajigs. They're called full spectrum light emitting devices. They send light down the main cable into the optical fiber strand. That's what makes the cloth glow. With a bit of fiddling, you can change the light to any color in the wide world. Bright red like ferocious fiery flames. Killed blue like clinking crystals of ice. They have these special batteries that last for donkey's years and they don't mind the cold at all.
Forgive me, so these machines, they...
What makes the special luminous cloth light up in all these beautiful colors, Mr. E?
I see. So much new technology, I can barely keep up. So these light-emitting devices, you lost one of them and a piece of luminous cloth.
That's right, Lambkin. Heaven only knows what they could have got to.
This cloth, it could have something to do with the case. I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. Could this be related to the evidence somehow?
Eureka!
Eureka! Take a look at the list of rules for the contest, Detective. Non-confectionery items may not be used for decoration. That means the salt lamps and the luminous claws would have been against the rules.
Is that why they were getting stashed away inside the castle?
I think we need to dig a little further into this with Miss Scone before we can say for sure. The lamps appear to be broken. Bulbs are smashed, both of them.
Maybe they fell and broke on the floor.
Look,
Look, there's a red stain on one on the left.
that's not just a stain. That's... Yep, it's blood, all right. I can smell it.
What? Blood?
Why is there blood on this lamp? Could it have something to do with why its bulb is broken? We better take a closer look at the other one too. We know that the victim was struck and killed with something blunt. We found blood on one of the lamps, which has a smashed bulb inside. Could the lamp have not been the murder weapon?
For sure. It could have definitely done enough damage to kill someone.
You, science guy, did you finish analyzing the blood from the lamp yet?
Yes, sir. Just got done a minute ago, sir. The blood is the victim's, no doubt about it.
There you have it. So the murder weapon was hidden in Miss Gomes' room. I'm beginning to think we may need to add her to a list of suspects. So not only did she use decorations that were against the rules, she didn't even make any real sweets. Miss Gomes made a mockery of the rules. Yeah, guess she's not gonna get crowned world's greatest now.
And why is there so warm in here? Do you think it's got something to do with all that?
That's a good question. I think we better go ask Miss Scone herself. Miss Cone, why is the temperature of your room set to 68 degrees?
Because I hate the cold, don't I, dearie?
I keep forgetting she has the British.
If I want to keep my fresh-faced complexion, I've got to be careful about these things. We ladies have to stay young, did you know? How old is she really, though? That's what I'd like to know.
It's not polite to speculate on a person's age, Eddie. Most of your work is made out of whipped cream. Whipped cream needs to be kept at 50 degrees or it starts to...
Is that so, dearie? Well, silly me, eh? I've only gone and whoopsie!
Wait, she really didn't know that? World-class confection of my foot. Not only did she break the rules by using fake candy, she's ignorant of basic facts about her supposed craft. The scone grows more mysterious by the minute. Miss Scone appears to lack basic knowledge about how confectionery is created. And she says that she snuck into another entrance room for research purposes. Hardly the actions of a world-class confectioner. Yeah, not how I'd picture a top pro acting. Does she maybe just lack a little confidence, or she don't actually a confectioner at all? Perhaps she had another agenda altogether. After all, we only have her word for it that she went into that room for research.
Wait, you mean maybe she went in there to commit a murder?
There's no way of saying so for certain just yet. But she is hiding something, that much I'm certain of. Finally! Let's get this stupid speedrun thing over with. I don't want to rush this anymore. Okay. I need to... Wait. Save? That was a mouthful. I'm trying to practice a proper British accent and trying to do that fast. I feel like it's counterproductive. So let's take it easy again. Whew. That's enough investigating for now, don't you think? Yes, we've certainly found plenty of interest. Something's been bothering me for a while now. Mr. Von Karma would have surely found the murder weapon when he searched this room. And yet he didn't arrest Miss Scone. He didn't even seem interested in questioning her. I think our first priority should be to find out what he's really up to. Detective Bad, I have a few things I'd like to ask Mr. Von Karma. Me too. Him and Scone.
Hey, how could you, Buddy Bumpkin? Stop staring at me like that!
It appears Detective Bard is just as suspicious of Mr. Von Karma and Miss Scone as I am. Miss Scone, would you be so kind as to accompany us?
Of course, dear. Where are we off to now?
To find Mr. Von Karma. Mr. Von Karma, we'd like to speak with you if that's all right. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Judging by your faces, I'm guessing you found the murder weapon. We did. It was in Miss Scone's room. Which means that Mr. Tangaroa should no longer be the only person of interest. Ha! Nonsense. It doesn't matter where the weapon was found. Tangaroa is guilty. And as long as this is my case, guilty he shall remain. How can you be so sure of Mr. Tangaroa's guilt? You have an explanation, I assume, for why the murder weapon was in Miss Scone's room. Of course I do, and I'll be delighted to share it with you. Tangaroa killed Frost with one of Scone's salt lamps in order to frame her for the murder. To complete the deception, he took it back to her room once the deed was done. After all, if it had been found near the victim's body, Tangaroa would have seemed doubly suspicious. A body may be hard to move, but a murder weapon? Considerably less so. That is why there was no piece of evidence on the scene that pointed to a particular suspect. So it's your assertion that Mr. Tangaroa took the salt lamp back to Miss Scone's room? It is indeed. But it is more than an assertion. It is a fact, based on my own investigation. My Ace Attorney investigation. You mean you have proof that he... You mean you have proof that he did so? I don't need any such thing. The proof is I made it the fuck up! What? Tisk, tisk, tisk. Just kidding. If you have a rebuttal, I'll be happy to hear it. But I highly doubt you'll be able to fault my logic. Alright, here we go. Here we go.
Objection!
Objection! I don't like how he sounds. It's true that the murder weapon and the blood-stained chocolate were removed from the scene of the crime. But something else remained that does point to one person in particular. Take another look at the photograph of the body, if you will. The cloth covering the victim's lower half. Is that not one of the same luminous cloths we found in Miss Scone's room?
What's that, dearie? One of my lovely, colourful cloths at the scene of the crime, you say?
Luminous cloth. Nonsense! I see no light to speak of.
I guess he doesn't know how it works.
It may look like ordinary fabric at first glance, but attach one of these light-emitting devices, and the difference soon becomes apparent.
Look at his face. I don't think he was expecting that.
But the fact that the cloth can be lit up is neither here nor there. We have to show why it's important. One of the rolls of cloth from Miss Scone's room went missing. And if you look closely at the blue cloth in the picture, wouldn't you say it's clearly made of the same material, Mr. Von Karma? The salt lamp and the luminous cloth both belong to Miss Scone. And seeing as the body was wrapped in said cloth, surely even you have to admit that's suspicious. Mr. Von Karma, I think it's time to accept that a number of factors point to Miss Scone as a person of interest.
Craigie Pigleg! How could you? You're accusing me of all people?
I'm not accusing you of anything just yet, but I do think you're hiding something.
That's not...
Just to clarify, your assertion is that both the murder weapon and the cloth were in Miss Scone's room prior to the murder. Exactly. Tisk, 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 tisk. Is something funny? Only that you've walked so carelessly into my trap! You've activated my trap card, Edgeworth! Neither the cloth nor the murder weapon were in fact in her room. So sorry to have to break it to you. What does he mean? Tangaroa spotted them before the contest began, and noted that the lamps and cloths contravened the rules. He subsequently confiscated them, and took them to his own room for safekeeping. What? Then, after the contest began, nobody saw, heard, nor heard Frost as he had secluded himself in his room. As the only person capable of entering his locked room was Tangaroa, possessing as he did the only key. And as you know now, he was also in possession of the lamp used to commit the murder. So you see... I've had everything I need to get Tangaroa convicted all along. Well, how does it feel? To have lost to me before even setting foot in the courtroom. This can't be happening.
Wait, all the hard work was for nothing? Miss Scone, why didn't you tell us your stuff was confiscated by Mr. Tangaroa? Well, dear. Mannequin said that if I spilled the beans, I'd end up being the one under suspicion. Mr. Von Karma said that? And he wasn't wrong now, was he? You two accused me yourself just a second ago.
Pathetic. Curse you, Von Karma. You led us to the murder weapon, knowing we'd make certain assumptions as a result. One more thing, my pathetic friend. There are 2, and only 2 sets of fingerprints on the murder weapon. 2. Yes, those of Delicious Golden and Samson Tangaroa. No others were found. Tangaroa used the lamp he has confiscated to murder Frost, and was foolish enough to hide it in Scone's room without first removing his fingerprints. At this rate, no one will even need to testify. My perfect evidence will do all the talking for me as I secure his guilty verdict.
Objection!
Objection! But wait! What about the luminous cloth that was left behind in Mr. Tangaroa's room? What about it? He probably better return it after disposing of the body. I don't have enough to disprove any of what he's saying. No more pitiful objections. Then get out of my sight and close the door behind you.
Mr. E!
I'm not about to just give up. I see you mean to waste more of my time. But escort them off the premises now. Oh then. This investigation is not over yet. Detective Bard, what is the meaning of this? Sorry, but I'm not in the habit of leaving cases half-solved. No half measures, Von Karma. No half measures. There's still one last thing from the crime scene we haven't identified. He's right. We still have the evidence of somebody's activities to account for. We can discuss your lingering doubts at your leisure, Detective. But whatever they might be, they're no business of these offenses.
Objection!
I beg to differ. There's a piece of evidence I'm still not satisfied about either. And I suspect it might be the same thing that's bothering Detective Bard. What? This is the yet unidentified something that was left in Mr. Tangaroa's room. Where is it? Where is it? Here we go.
Take that!
Take that! There are finger marks on one of Mr. Tangaroa's creations. Supposing they belong to the murderer, it could certainly explain how their prints didn't end up on the murder weapon. How do you know so much about the crime scene? Because I let them look around. You let the defense examine the scene, Bad? Are you out of your mind? I don't remember you telling me not to. Insolent worm! You would do well to remember this then, Detective. That the results of your next salary review are up to me.
Ooh. Detective Bad's in trouble now, too. I'm sure glad you're my boss, Mr. Edgeworth.
And you do well to remember that the results of your salary review are up to your performance here. A mere attorney uncovering such a fact based on a custody investigation. I'm almost impressed. But it's entirely possible that those finger marks belong to Tangaroa. After all, he wore gloves while preparing his creations.
Objection!
Objection! But can you prove conclusively that the finger marks are his? Furthermore, there is still something about Miss Gone that doesn't add up. Is there? Or are you simply not prepared to admit defeat?
Oh, stop it, Greggy! Stop it, stop it! Why are you being so mean to your poor old pal, Delicia? I owned up to nibbling poor Sammy Pooples, sweeties. Or what more do you want?
I don't want to have to make you a suspect, that much is certain. But you lied to us. And you're still not telling us everything.
Oh, Greggy, stop it! Stop belling me!
I'm sorry, but you don't even know the temperature whipped cream should be kept at. Damn, Greggy roasting her, damn! What kind of professional confectioner doesn't know something as fundamental as that?
I'm sorry, alright? I'm sorry, I'm just a silly, muddle-headed girl. What more do you want me to say?
I don't think you're muddle-headed at all. I think that you were never a confectioner in the first place. How do you say that in British? Never a confectioner in the first place. Enough! I'll sack you to keep your baseless accusations to yourself. Evidence is everything in the courtroom, in case you've forgotten. If you're going to accuse a witness of perjuries, then I demand that you present something to back it up. But this isn't a courtroom, is it? Nevertheless, what proof do I have that Miss Gone doesn't know the first thing about making desserts? Oh my god, I got it. Okay.
Take that!
Take that! Every single one of Miss Gone's creations break the rules of the contest. The offending items, the clothes and the lamps, were duly confiscated as we have established. And the witness did not go and bring them back to our room herself.
Objection!
Objection! But those weren't the only the rule-breaking items in her room. What? The entire fantastical world Miss Gone created. Every last bit of it. It's all just a collection of plastic models slathered in whipped cream. That cream is the only authentic confectionery in the room. No real-world title contender would ever stoop so low. Is this true, Bud? Yep. Saw it with my own eyes. Stepped in it with my own shoes.
Did we finally convince him?
With her lies exposed like this, surely he can't continue to deny the facts. Miss Gone, your actions place you firmly on a list of suspects.
But no, dear, I'm no killer.
Then why don't you finally start telling us the truth? Who are you? Who are you really? And why were you tampering with your rival's work?
All right. The truth is, I'm not the adorable little cook you see before you. I'm actually a pharmacist, if you can believe it. Right now, I'm a pharmacist. A pharmacist without the P. Because I'm harming my credibility and my mental health. Oh, just my health in general. I'm eating all these candies, can't you see?
A pharmacist? I can't blame him for being so surprised. This couldn't be further from what we'd imagined. So what's somebody in your line of work doing entering a contest like this one?
Well, I just love eating sweeties, if you must know. And Sammy Purple sweets are the best.
I keep forgetting the accent. Oh, sorry, I gotta... Okay, sorry about that. Anyways, kept you waiting, huh? Where's my control? Oh, there it is.
And semi-bubble suites are the best, or so they say. I just had to enter. I didn't mean to end up making it all the way to the final.
Even Mr. Karma is at its lost for words.
That's it? That's the only reason you're here? Yes, dearie. And it was worth it. Samson Silly Pants and Sweeties are the tastiest treats I'd ever eaten.
And the finger marks? Were you the one wearing the gloves?
No, that wasn't me, dear. I don't even wear gloves.
Remember, Miss Gone's fingerprints were found elsewhere on Mr. Tangaroa's other creations. I'd say that points to her not having worn any gloves.
Exactly, Lambkin. Greggy Peglegs got the right end of the stick. I'm an innocent woman.
Is your head filled with cream too?
Sorry, mannequins.
Her head may not be filled with cream, but she's certainly no master of subterfuge. Miss Gone. For Mr. Tangaroa's works, the only ones you sampled.
No, dear. I couldn't help myself. When I finished my afternoon tea, I tiptoed over to Chillywinks' room for a little taste, too.
Ugh! You were in the victim's room too?
Yes, dear. Nobody was in there, you see.
Quite possibly because the occupant was already dead.
But I could only stomach one little bite. I never tasted anything so salty in all my life. So I had myself one of the tasty star-shaped bits off to the side to cleanse my palate.
You've quite the sweet tooth, don't you, Miss Go? Indeed. What didn't she sample?
That's everything I promised. Greggy Peggles, mannequins, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to make a mess of things.
As long as what you've told us is the truth, that's all that matters in the end. Do not think for a second that this means I myself believe you. I'm going to investigate the victim's room now. We'll see how truthful you've really been after Amsroom. Mr. Von Karma, please let us accompany you. I think it's only fair that we be allowed to investigate the veracity of our conclusions. Accompany me if you would like, but don't think for a second you'll be permitted to conduct your own investigation. We'd like to accompany you all the same. What's the meaning of this? My throat is killing me now. When we got to Frost's room, we saw nada. It was all gone. The whole enchilada. Was this the work of the culprit? A dead body hidden in the chocolate chest. A murder weapon moved mysteriously to another room. This case was a real peach, and it was going to take some serious looting to get to the bottom of it all. I forgot how to do a Cajun accent. I'm so sorry, guys. But anyways, that's enough for today. My throat is now killing me, and I don't want to hurt it any further. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. I'll see you guys next week. Have a wonderful, blessed day. Peace.